Hello everyone, just a quick reminder, you can now support us on Patreon. You can get this show and all our shows a day early, and lots of other goodies by supporting us. If you like what we do, and you want to see us do more, you can find us at patreon.com/StudioOmegaYT. Thanks for your time, guys. Hey everybody, before we get started, I just want to remind you that this is brought to you by our patrons like Baba Meow and Mieruru. Thanks for your support, guys.
Thank you.
Alright, that worked on audio. Hopefully that doesn't get edited out. Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk FGO. And before we do anything, I should say that if you hear any unusual beeps and boops, as our last bit of more May, because May is almost over, we have opened up our recording channel to everyone. There are lots of people listening. There was a boop just now. So we have a live audience for one of the first times ever. Other than that one time, our only live audience was Burn.
I don't know. I still enjoy having Burn.
I mean, it was good. It was very on point. It's just, yeah. And basically the idea is this is a promo, because this is normally a 10 and up dollar Patreon reward, but we want to just promote that, yeah, by the way, this is a thing we technically do every week. It's just we don't have a big audience. And as usual,
oh my God, all I can think about is like those old 80s sitcom, and it's all like, Let's Talk Fate Grand Order was filmed in front of a live video audience, or something like that. I can't remember what they say. But
live studio
they always said that at the beginning of a show, and I feel like that's what's going on right here.
Yeah. So prepare for us to be distracted a lot by the chat.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to say earlier was, strictly speaking, the $10 thing's not set in stone, as with all our Patreon levels. If, like, half the people in this chat were like, oh, I'd totally go to $5 to do this every week, maybe stuff will get moved around, but I'd need to actually... I'm not going to change stuff for no money, as it were. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump on in.
Yep. I hope everyone is enjoying Fate Grand Order, a.k.a. It's not over until the small banana screams. And while we here at Studio Omega try to bring you the latest in FGO news and memes, we have to say that we will be talking about current and future events for both JP and EN versions of the games. So anyone not want to spoilers, just go get crunk. I'm going to take a big pull on my drink now.
That's right. Say nothing and drink to forget. Also, good audible right there, since you left a word out when you wrote that down.
I'm drinking.
I caught that you didn't.
I have excuses now.
Alright, so let's ask the most important question of every single show. Where the fuck is Ron? Not having a PS4, nerd. Speaking of which, we both have PS4s, so if you have a PS4, post your PlayStation ID on our Discord. We have a channel for that. And maybe we can play some stuff sometime. Or you can just stalk us while we play Persona 5 and Nier Automata.
Like, if anyone wants to test themselves against me in Guilty Gear Xrd 2nd Rev, I just got that. I'm super hype about it. I need people to thrash or to thrash me. I'm gonna say Mantis' Kiss, whatever.
And I admit I play quite a bit of Overwatch and Rainbow Six. I know console pleb, but I feel better with the console.
Ron is a PC elitist, though. He, like, refuses to do anything not on PC now.
Yeah. But that's how it is. Okay, well, let's move into our next regular segment and check in with everybody's favorite Kohai, Mesh.
Senpai!
That's right, it's time for Wake the Fuck Up Senpai, a regular segment for Protips. This one pulled literally the last minute from the Discord chat.
Thanks, Jube.
So, maximize your bond gain. It's hard to get bond CEs, and in case you forgot, levels 6 through 9 have quartz or apples, and maybe other stuff, I don't know. I don't know if there's a set rhyme or reason to what's actually in them, but your servants are basically piñatas, and you need to slam those bond levels to knock the goodies out. And what we mean by maximize your bond gain,
right there.
And what we mean by maximize your bond gain is look at the actual bond levels you get and plan accordingly. Like right now, I don't remember what the 3 BP is worth, but like the 2 BP is worth like 700 something, and then I think the 1 BP is worth like 600 something.
I think the 3 is like 915.
Yeah, that's a really good number.
I'm just throwing that number. Yeah, it is.
God forbid you have a heroic portrait and can squeak that in there for like plus 50. It's not a lot, but it helps a little. And boy howdy, some of those bond levels, they take a lot of bond EXP. Like, I've got some who are at like level 6 or 7, which you need like 300, 400k.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Today at lunchtime win.
A while. We're only just going to move into the next one shortly. But we'll talk about that later in the show. Also, it's time for Records from the Throne, our regular T-Bit topic. Let's just go ahead and get this out of the way, because I don't think I said this, but we're going to have a busy show this week. The show notes are meaty.
Dick.
Yeah, I know he was going to do that. So, for me, I finally got Jack to level 90. And as a result, I was able to complete a 3 BP 6 million HP run. Took a couple command seals just to spam NPs, but I did it. And this was, I got Ibaraki down to no HP. I didn't last. I had like 5 turns left. So I did it. That's probably the only one I'm going to do. Maybe I'll get another couple more in. But yeah, it was rough, but I did it. I can say I've done it, and I did okay. Also, in the ongoing saga of what the fuck is with my ticket pulls, I got a Rama on a ticket yesterday, literally.
Good
and I also have gotten a couple copies of the Tamo event CE, Summer, is it Fox's Night Dream or something like that?
It's like something like that. It has Tamo on it. That's all that's important to.
Oh, okay. Here's an advantage of the live chat. Burn just gave me the scheme. 1 and 2 stars give you gold apples. Silvers give 1 quartz. SRs give 2 quartz. And SSRs give 3 quartz per rank.
Thank you, Burn Senpai.
So yeah. By the way, I'm pretty sure that applies to welfare, so that's quite a bit of quartz hiding in those guys. For free.
Mm-hmm.
War free quartz. Yeah. That's a hot button issue right now, but we'll probably talk about that a little later. Lucky, go ahead and go on with your cheapos.
So mine aren't that as impressive. Well, actually, I guess they count because I guess I can mention my Rashmon achievements. But in the realm of protecting Smiles, I was able to protect Ku and Sethenos. The reason why I protected Ku's is because I'm literally having a small panic attack of trying to squeeze out more damage for less costs. And so I was like, Ku was like sitting around like 55. I'm all like, I'm just going to get him up real quick and see what happens. Didn't really pan out. Satheno I've been working on for a while because guess what? We got Journey to the West coming up. And she's going to be useful. Air
Quote
quotes,
unquote.
I guess.
She's a thing.
But if we're talking Rashomon, like I too have completely, like I was able to complete a 6 million run. I had to use a command seal. I used Skahawk. I basically just kept throwing Galeable alternatives.
No, yeah, that's the move. Can I throw? How do I throw damage faster? I think I literally back to back was like, Jack by order of command seal, fucking stab her.
Yeah.
Do it again. Do it more.
Right now I'm able to survive the 3 BP. I can usually get her down like 3-4 million, maybe. But as I'm definitely not going to be able to beat her before consistently beat her before the event's out.
All right. Well, let's.
Omega's talking about Jack, and so I guess I'm going to use this for all the world's evil, but not the damn clothes. So I got a Jack, and I got her like basically at the start of the event, and I was going to level her up to 90 and use her, but I got cock blocked by lack of bones. I only had 10 bones. I got 5, excuse me, from the event, and so I'm still 7 short, and I'm just all like, well, rip Jack.
Yeah, boats fucking suck.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to wait until fall, I think, before they become the login reward. But hey, good news. In the next month or so, we should get Dragon Fangs for the daily login reward switch.
Yeah.
That'll be fucking sweet. As opposed to hero proofs. Alright, now let's for real, after that slight audible, let's move into Skelograms. So, Japan's got some news really quick that's ongoing. In addition to the fact that they had the Guda Guda rerun basically dropped on their heads, they announced that an Okita summoning campaign is going on. Okita-san finally got another raid up. This is going on from 523 to 66. This also includes all the original Guda Guda CEs. So stuff like Poster Girl, stuff like that. So that's good. Okita was a fairly rare servant. It's good that she got another banner.
Mm-hmm.
And, hey, guess what? In North American news, just earlier this week, they announced that Journey to the West has been fired up. It's going to start the 31st and go till the 13th. As usual, we have a Facebook campaign, which is 18k likes or 7k shares for 3 Saint Courts. I think that seems like kind of a lot of likes and shares for 3 Saint Courts. We'll probably talk about that a little bit later, maybe, as a kind of unscripted segment, because that's a hot button issue going on right now. But this is going to be the early release of Sanzo, who is not limited once Camelot drops, like Tamo was for Halloween. So this will be a good chance to get her on raid up, but is not necessarily required to roll her. The raid up should also include Li Shu and David and Lubu, along with new CEs. When I wrote this note, when they announced it, they hadn't formally announced the banner. I don't know if they have yet. If they haven't, they haven't made a big deal out of it. Yeah. Definitely not in-game.
Although it should be coming up, like, any moment now.
Yeah, there are like a few days left. Yeah. But alright. That was our news. Slow news week. So, instead, we put a shitload of stuff in Free Talk.
Oh, Mega did. I wrote, like, very little.
Yeah, you were taking a not vacation. you were taking some personal time this week as I try to speak through my water.
Still trying to develop gills. Haven't worked yet.
Nope. So first of all, what I want to say in Free Talk is we're taking suggestions for more freeform or lore topics like our Rarity one from last week, because people really seem to like that discussion, and not just because the voice was there to make it an hour longer. So if that's popular, throw some ideas at us. We'll love to talk about those. Our backlog is talking about what the hell a noble phantasm actually is, and then class containers, because that's always an interesting subject. But we could always use more. So if you got suggestions, drop them in the comments down below. Hit us up with them on Discord. Whatever. We'll get to them eventually. And you can help pick what topic we do if you back us on Patreon at the $5 level.
I'm taking a drink. Are you guys taking a drink?
You get access to monthly topic polls. And lots of other goodies. I gotta try. It's still more May. This is technically a free topic, a free talk topic, but this is something I want to point out. We are dangerously close to 300 subs, and we are less than 20 views away from our first 1,000 view video. I've been trying to promote that, but the second episode with voice, number 33, if I recall correctly, was at 975 at the start of this week, and so I put out some tweets, and I know voice hearted and I think retweeted and stuff like that, but we're at 91 right now, I think, maybe more. So first of all, bless you, but yeah, let's try and get that to over 1,000. Also, the first episode with voice, number 27, is at 900 views, flat out. So that's also really cool. Voice. Well, it's almost like I put his name in the title, so when people search for it, it comes up. Like I know what the fuck I'm doing or something. Much like this episode is definitely going to be titled Journey to the West pregame. Spoilers, what we're doing later. But yeah, so we're close to some milestones. That'd be really cool to hit.
Yeah.
By the way, to respond to chat, one of those, if we do the class container, that'll be what that's about. The altars one is good. I'm gonna write that down. No, I gotta do it, especially with the star.
We also have a suggestion that we can explain altars.
I literally just said that.
Me and Gally got into a big discussion about altars and what they represent. Actually, I think I could maybe contribute a good amount to that discussion.
Voice being voice in chat.
Yep. Yeah, we actually have voice listening on too.
Yeah, he's just not talking. I don't know if that's an override that he can't talk or just he's muting himself to be polite. I don't know. All right. Anyway, let's see. Where was I? Oh yeah. So topic suggestions.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we'll let that percolate maybe in chat a little bit. See if we get any more good ones out. Let's move into our next free topic, which we're calling Rashmon Second Thoughts. I think for a couple reasons.
Technically, the event's not over.
Yeah, it's not over, so it's not necessarily final thoughts. But I think Second Thoughts works a couple of ways. So, as I said before, I did manage to get a 3 BP run in. At the same time, though, I feel like this event is a lot like Saber Wars in that it's too RNG heavy. You need to have rolled specific SSRs or heavily invested in a few specific lower rarities, probably why they're so popular, to reliably pull off the pro strats for this event. If you just don't have those things lined up, you're SOL, which is kind of sucks for a game that's this style. It's almost like having bonus servants without bonus servants, which is not really my favored type of event. Like, I totally get we use bonus servants so you can kind of, use maybe these lower rarity ones, or you want to roll this gotcha kind of thing. This was more like just build damage bonuses with whoever, but guess what? Only out of your however many there are now, only so many of the whoever's actually work well.
Oh, apparently Voice is finishing his Sanzo video as he speaks. That's why he's chat only. So everyone can expect that soon.
Oh great! That means I gotta compete with his video when I do ours because I've already announced that I'll be recording our wanted video as a brief summary of Sanzo soon.
I'm pretty sure his is gonna win.
Yeah, no shit. How many more subs than us does he have? We're at almost 300. I think he's at like over 10,000, right?
But he's subbed to us. Does that mean we're the winner overall?
Maybe. I don't know. Don't ask me how this works.
I don't know.
Anyway, let's see. Let's keep recording the show. Oh, my next bullet point, though. When the rerun happens and includes your friend's Merlin, TM, and can keep the damage, I'm going to kick the shit out of this banana. It's going to be Jolter, Hans, my friend's Merlin. And I am just going to bully the shit out of her. Who cares if I die? I'm just going to keep dropping crits. Bust a crit all day.
Rerun will have bonus service as well, with bonus damage.
Wow. Oh goody. Oh yes. Yeah, no. But no. Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna have a much better time in this reruns because another second point is the store's good. There's good stuff in there, but it's hard to clear. The strategy of like damage points versus gourds kind of forces you to split your attention, and so you don't do your best on either. Like, is anybody doing well at gourd farming? I guess if you've already if you were able to hit the maximum damage ladder, you probably could switch to farming gourds for the rest of the event.
I don't know. I think I found a happy medium in the 1 million. Like, especially once you're able to max limit break the golden card.
I mean, I have... actually, now that I think about it, I do have my own copies of the gourd CEs. I could probably use them.
Yeah.
I've been mostly using friends.
So it's like, once you max limit break the gourd, like, you can, like, reliably farm, and you have, like, a good strategy. You can reliably farm the 1 million, still get, like, plus 12 to each gourd drop. Because you can get anywhere between, like, what, 5 to 11 per run? It's still a good amount.
But still, so, yeah, even then, technically, you're only doing the 1 million run, which means you're not necessarily maximizing your DP potential, right?
You're not maximizing it, but, like, if you have trouble, like me, if you had trouble, like, doing the 3 BP anyway, kind of like, column A, column B is kind of getting good.
But yeah, but another bullet point in a more positive note I do want to take, the story has taken a bit of a serious turn examining the key characters after a lot of initial gags. I was kind of surprised. I'm like, oh, this is really setting a more serious tone with, like, the relationship between Shuten, Kintoki, and Ibaraki. It's good, I think, to give these backstory details about characters in an event. That doesn't always happen.
Yeah, like, that's one of the things that has always bugged me a little bit about FGO, is that some of their legends or whatnot are kind of just glossed over. Like, my big case in point is Atalante. Like, she has cat ears and tails. How many people knows why or what that represents? Never explained in FGO. So seeing them talk about...
Is it one of her bond levels text? It's probably mentioned that she was transformed by Artemis somewhere, maybe.
Never. It is not mentioned in...
Really? Wow,
it is not mentioned in Math.
Well, Atalante might also be a bad example, though, because technically she's from another project, which...
Yeah.
You know, that means there's another set of, like, maths.
They talk about her, like, telling you to win races, but they never explain why she was racing. Why she has a fixation on Golden Apple. It's like...
Yeah. And some of that is because we do, at this moment, we do not get access to certain background materials. I've read a lot of translated, like, FGO Maths profiles, which are very good. A lot of those are much better at examining the backstories, but guess what? Those are only published in Japan. Everybody remember to bully your local Aniplex to import that shit.
Normac, they might have explained it, but if you, like, I don't recall it. If you find out, let me know so I can read it. Because they do mention it.
Did you get Atalante in time for Valentine's? I think you did.
Yeah, and I got the golden apple, but
because
I'll check it later.
Outright say it, but I'm pretty sure she
alludes to it.
She alludes to it at least.
You have to beat her in a race, but because that's one of her my room lines. It's all like, I don't know. I'm tangenting on Atalante here, but it's just the thing. I feel like a lot of times servants don't get the full story of who they are and what they've accomplished, and I feel that diminishes them in some fashion. So seeing that they took this kind of comical moments that they're having and putting, like, telling more stories about the relationships and the stories Like even like the whole pack of decapitating Shuten is in there.
Which is actually, I think, a little bit funny because that's, given how a big deal Reiko is, I assume that in Japan that's probably a slightly more well-known sort of legend or folk story. Like, some people have probably heard of it.
Oh yeah, it's like...
But yeah, no, like, some stuff isn't outright clarified in the actual game.
Yeah.
But anyway, Lucky, it's time for your talking points. Hold on, let me check how long we've been actually... Okay, we've only been recording 20 minutes, so this is perfect. Go for it.
Okay. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, this event was super frustrating for me personally. Now, I like to think I'm an objective person. I can view things through a personal lens, and I can view things from an outside lens. And from an outside lens, I don't think this was a bad event per se, but it was more an event of hard knocks. It's basically one of those events that basically says, hey, you got all these awesome 4 and 5 stars? Let me just knock you down a peg. Because guess what? You're not going to be able to get all of them out. But also through a personal lens, this event was a little bit against me, mostly because I didn't get any CE drops right out the gate like a lot of people did. Yep. Like, Omega got like 2. I've heard stories from other people getting like couples, like just within the first couple days. I've gotten 0. I've run a fair amount.
Over the course of the event, I have gotten 2 Wandering Tails drop, and I think 3 or 4 carps. Like, it's been real good to me. And I'm still getting kicked.
So, and also, in going earlier what Omega said earlier, I didn't take the time, the preemptive lower level servants like Arash, Hans, and St. George, or as Burn Senpai lovingly calls them, the Tank Priest. It's really something that like keys into the fact that you need to learn the strengths of your lower level servants, because like Hans is great for support, like George, great for tanking, Arash, great for hand clearing. It's like
also Leonidas does a good job tanking.
Yeah, and Leonidas does a good job tanking. I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know, like there's some people who like put a lot of love and effort in servants, even railing them up a bit.
Theoretically, if we were gonna do like an arts type bomb sort of situation, like Mozart would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, even so.
So there's like a lot of things. And I think that's something that this event, like, maybe not wasn't its maybe not its intention, but it's definitely a wake-up call that you can't just slap a bunch of high-rarity servants into a team and think you're gonna do well. Like, for one, they might not synergize well. Like, I have a Skahawk, and I've been trying to use her with like a Waver and Tamamo team, but as I learned, Skahawk's MP Gen, horrible.
Yeah, it's like real dog shit.
Yeah, it's real hard. So basically, I'm relying on the other two to try to get it at the same time. Ibaraki is literally throwing down AoE crits at me, and I'm all like, I'm done. Like, I just did not have the survivability. Mash is pretty good as a tank. Like, she's not, I understand, she's definitely not the top because, you know, Tank Priest got that handled. But, you know, she's able to save my bacon, like, once in a blue moon. But, you know, it just wasn't enough.
Well, also, we should say this. Mash is currently hard locked to level 60.
Yeah.
I believe, let's see, George has got to be at least, is it 60 or 65? I think he's 2 stars, so it's 65. Right? God, I'm terrible at this. I'm bad at remembering numbers, but...
Oh, no, boys, Mash has, saved my ass,
Oh, yeah. I mean, theoretically, the only reason why I accomplished my 3BP run is because Mash existed, and Ibaraki very nicely decided to crush her instead of somebody actually doing damage with her last, 100k HP. So I was like, okay, I can actually do this. Jack, Brave Chain.
Yeah, I know, but, as I said, Mash, while she is free, you know, that good 0... It's all she doesn't have the survivability the wall.
Yeah, she can't self-heal, and she just, because she's locked to being level 60, it's not like you can give her that extra touch of HP either.
Yeah, so, she definitely will save you, but she won't keep you alive for long. Usually I use her to eat a frickin', fiery high 5, throw down some defense, and maybe last a few turns. Like,
By
I
the way,
can't
I'd
build,
like to
like, a
say
solid
this.
strategy around her.
It's a complete distraction.
Well,
and
maybe
hopefully
I
it's not-
can, but I'm kind of stupid.
Hopefully it's not too bad for you, Lucky, that this distraction. But I gotta say, I love all the different metaphors for Rashmon, for Great Red and Rashmon. Like high fives, hugs, slaps, crushes, fist bumps, all kinds of stuff.
I call it the fiery high. It's the first one I thought of when I saw it, and that's why I'm just... unfortunately, this might have maybe lost my tangent. So I was talking about MASH.
You were talking about using your low-level servants.
Yeah, and the second thing is I hear a lot of people talking about their strats and whatnot, and I realize that one of the things that people have going on for them is they have their skill levels at like reasonably high amounts when they're talking about these strategies. Now, I don't like completely ignore skills, like I try to put into them when I can, but again, this is the curse of having way too many fucking 4 and 5 stars. I know it's such a horrible curse. What a terrible night to have a curse. But I usually focus on getting them leveled so I can use them. I often put skills second. Also, this is compounded by the fact that when the events come up that have the skill gems in them, usually the events I wasn't doing too hot at, so I didn't have the time to farm, like, get all the skill gems in there, so I don't have the ability to level them up. And then we talk about QP costs. Ugh. So,
Skill cookies are good.
A lot of people who... Yeah. Get your cookies.
And yes,
so again,
as they're saying in our chat right now, level 6 is a good level to get because I believe that's the first cooldown reduction.
Yeah.
So, it's very important. Because that's key, is balancing that stuff.
Yeah, and so this is another thing that I feel like, kind of like, I tripped over. Because if I had, like, sat down and done some homework, you know, what servants would have been best for this event and planned accordingly, I probably would have done a lot better during events.
The Jube in chat just said something that's important that is relevant to you. He talked about maxing your waivers. You said that yourself that was a problem you had, that your waiver skills were not super high.
Yeah, no, I've gotten, I put some time into them, like, this event, trying to get them up, but I haven't, made it. Because that's one of those things, like, waiver, super fucking useful. For a long time, I was using double waiver, and it was getting me by. It was how I originally was surviving the 3 BP before, I'm gonna get into a second, before the hands got too strong for me. And trust me, one of the first things I saw when I saw someone's waiver, I always checked what were their skill levels. I always picked the one that had the higher skill levels.
When I pick supports, it's always, okay, waiver, max limit break CE, level 10, or level 8s.
Yeah, so...
It's natural.
Super important.
It's also important for Talmos,
you need that
because
cooldown.
Talmo has that heal on her arts, and then the cooldowns on her charge down.
Noble Pendant, yeah, and that's what I'm using right now. Right now I'm using a combination, using my way. Because guess what? As much as I love Tamamo, her skills aren't that high either. Because I don't care what anyone says. I haven't got, some people might kind of scoff at Curse, but oh boy howdy, trust me, when you're one turn
nobody
away
should
from a
scoff
fiery
at
high
Curse.
5.
Her Curse EX, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Charge down.
And that's why I don't...
Charge down is an amazing aptitude. We're trying really hard not to talk over each other, but failing.
Yeah, I think it's mostly Omega because he has things to say.
Yeah, I'm holding back a little, but yeah, Curse is great.
Yeah, and shoot, as I said, I tell everyone I did this because I'm purely vindictive and I'm an evil person, but I maxed out Tomo Cat's skill and she has Curse. It's at E, but, so it procs maybe only half the time, but oh boy howdy, I'm glad that that's around when I do.
Yeah,
Not to mention having Morph at level 10. Really fucking nice. Jesus fucking Christ. There's been several times when my Tamamo Cat has been the last one standing in a 6 million run. Some people might find that a little weird, but because her MP gives her the 3k, I have her at MP5 because she loves me and I love her. Having her do self heal 3k, I think it is, per turn after MP4, even with a stun. Generally means she can tank a little bit of that damage and keep on trucking. It's kind of amazing. Yeah, so, one of my main problems I did have wasn't per se Ibaraki, the small banana herself, although she was definitely a pain when she would do an AoE attack that crits. Jesus fucking Christ. It was the hands, especially like around the midpoint when they start getting all the abilities. Like, the Palm of Sacrifice, I think it was, of the feet or something. Basically when it gave Ibaraki a charge upon the feet. If you didn't kill it, like, within, like, a couple turns and it popped that, you're pretty boned because all of a sudden Ibaraki's gonna be doing her Fiery High Five, like, maybe 1 to 2 turns earlier, and maybe not everything plays at that point. A little bit later, it, like right now, it's, like, the ability with them hands healing themselves. I'm like, I'm okay with that. I can live with that. Like, my servants are doing, like, anywhere between, like, 300 to 600% extra damage. 30k isn't that much an issue with me. But earlier, when it was all like, oh, crit up on Ibaraki, debuff chances increased on you guys, and it's just like, no, stop, please.
Hell, even their first basic bitch attack up, that sucks. Because Ibaraki already hits like a truck.
Yeah, not to mention that, like, if you don't kill him at the same time, well, all of a sudden, you still got this hand out here, and Ibaraki's still attacking twice. Because that's how it is. It's either hand Ibaraki, or hand Ibaraki, or just Ibaraki. So, like, if you want to, like, truly cut down on their actions per turn, you have to just immediately wipe them out. Otherwise, you're gonna fuck, because I'd rather have a hand attack than Ibaraki attack. These are things I'm learning, like, as I'm playing the game. And again, because I didn't have a rash to Stella! It's like, couldn't really do it. Let's see here. What else do I want to talk about? I think I've hit most of the main points. I complained about how I didn't get CEs. I lamented the fact that I didn't put time into my skills or lower level servants. Oh. I know I'm going. So, like, back to my original point here. I think this was a good event for people who might have gone a little conceited to maybe wake up a little and understand how this game works. Because you only have so many points you have to play with, and you have to make the most efficient team. It's not something you can just slap in whatever you want and still expect to have enough points to put in all the golden carps you're gonna need, because let's not kid ourselves, you fucking need the golden carps and the fucking Wandering Tales of Shadow. No, you absolutely need them. I want to see, like, actually, I'm curious, has anyone been able to complete the 6 million without using those? Like, that's something I want to know.
Wow,
if anyone knows...
Because that's the beautiful things about them is, obviously, we've talked about it before, is the damage boost, which is a lot. It's like 100, it's doubling your damage per max limit break carp. And Wandering Tales is plus 200% and plus 300%, I think, so that's tripling and quadrupling your damage total. Because it's
Voice says he's not sure it's Voice says he's not sure it's possible without the damage boost to turn count.
That's right.
Which could be fair. It's like you would need to, like, output a lot of fucking damage. So, which is true, but you might be able to still be able to survive without them, which I think it is. You just might not be able to make it a good
well, yeah, because
damage because in order to make the 3 BP profitable, you have to do a minimum of 0.5 million. That way, you're not, because you can only get 1 million off the 2.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, if you want your 3 BP to count, you have to do 1.5 million, otherwise you're just better off doing the 1 million. So, I don't know, if you can do more than, if you can do more than 1.5 million in 15 turns.
It's hilarious. In chat right now, everybody's talking about how you can do it in the rerun with double Merlins, obviously.
Obviously.
God damn it.
But that's double Merlin. But this is a lesson that had to been learned right now without double Merlin, without, like, the damage staying afterwards, all that crazy stuff.
Which is good,
I think it's a very important lesson.
Literally everything, as far as raids go, will be uphill from here. There will be very good servants who do different things that come out. There will be quote-unquote quality of life updates to basically make everything easiest. Mm-hmm. But it's just... There will be... If you have been getting beat up by this event, don't worry. It only gets better from here in terms of raid-type events.
And here's the second thing. I think this was a very good event to kind of crush everybody with. Because when you look at it, there's no, like... like, I think the last CE is like at 100 because you get like a sixth copy of the Golden Carp, and you get like the last summon ticket at 120 million, which is what I'm aiming. Then you get like crystallized lures at like 150 and 300. Was there a third crystallized lure in there somewhere? I can't remember. So unless you're like really jonesing for that crystallized, like the benchmark you want to hit is generally like 100 to 120 million, which is doable. Like if someone's like really seriously putting in the time, that's 120 runs of the million, the 2 BP one, and with the rice balls and golden rice balls, it's possible, doable.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hit 120 million tonight, just from BP region. Because I'm at like 17, I think. But yeah.
So,
is that it for you?
And so, like, you're not missing on things like a welfare servant or like a lot of quartz, because there's no quartz in the DP. There's none, which I thought was kind of surprising. It's all in the post events, which was kind of
but also
sucker because
remember. There's 10 sync quartz at the end if the server as a whole can clear Ibaraki's HP.
Yeah.
So
yeah, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna do.
There is a thing, but it's everyone has to come together to get us that 10 quartz.
And
also yes, I have like 10.
I will note this is sometimes the how they handled the post raid was kind of janky. Because, like, as I said, I work graveyard shifts, so basically I get home, like, anywhere between, like, 3 to 5 a.m. I usually, like, empty out my BP, I do my girls front line, I play on the computer, I torture camper with pictures of long legs, then I go to bed. Usually, raid ends by the time, like, they finish the day, when I'm sleeping, and by the time I wake up, they've already switched over to the new one. Because I missed like 3 days. I missed the post battle thing where you get the chords and they do the little story bit. Yeah, like I'm lucky. Like because I'm playing the event, I was able to go to the event log and see what happened. But I still missed out on a couple chords just because of that. So I feel like they shouldn't have like locked that into a day. They should have like made it something that you have to go through. Like sequentially and do that, but that's
I think it would. Well,
fucking courts.
I'm assuming this doesn't happen because I usually am waking up and just getting. I'm usually just waking up and getting around by the time it rolls over. Like I usually get the tweet that's like, "Oh, an Ibaraki's been defeated." So I'm like, "Oh well, shit. Good thing I'm going to tab over to FGO soon." Because it just happens to be in like the middle of the day. But
I might have misspoken, but I mean I torture camper with pictures of long legs from Animaker. Because that's his thing.
You should have just left that out.
And I got his weakness.
Nobody will get that. Anyway,
yeah,
But yeah, so
well, Shiny Pogs is all like, "What patron reward tier is that?" And I'm all like, "No, that's waifu tier. That's not implemented yet."
Yeah, that's right. It's a waifu tier. It's not implemented yet.
Camper's my test run.
But what I think they should do is basically make it like almost like a special thing where like. When you're in retreating mode, it unlocks all the previous ones that you haven't done yet, so you can still get your quartz and actually do the quests and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, like, timing-wise, it's a little rough, especially since, guess what? This server is now officially for English version, so it has people who were in, like, Australia, the Philippines and stuff, who are way in the future. Like, they're on the other side of the international date line. So, like, God knows what time it is for them when the event actually finishes.
Yeah. So I feel like, yeah, people might comment, "Oh, it's only like 6 or 7 quartz," but do you know, like, free to play players are like literally probably crying tears of blood if they've missed that?
I mean, every quartz is important to me, and I'm basically free to play.
Basically, you're a goldfish.
So yeah, no, it's important.
It's like super important to these people.
Not that I want to feel like I'm pressuring you, Lucky, but if you've wrapped up your thoughts, I think I've got a couple stuff I've been sitting on through this conversation.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, so based on what you said, I've got a couple of things I want to get out there. So first off, I'm pretty sure my success is only possible because talking about skill levels, I did in fact put Jolter's self-modification to 10, because that means that I can literally use Eyes of Medjed to reset it at least once. Like, when it runs out, it's at 2 turns before it comes back, so I can just use my Mystic Code skill and she can do it again. So it stays up longer. And also, goddamn, that's a lot of crit damage. Like, with her, with bonus damage, like with Wandering Tales, Max Limit Break on her, oh my god, she does so fucking much with crits. Like, there have been times where I have done crit chains on Ibaraki just as like, oh, well, okay, she's got a full, Brave chain up, I'll do it. And Ibaraki's just disappeared. She just fucking vanished. And I'm like, oh, I didn't necessarily mean for that to kill. I was just trying to efficiently do damage, but holy shit. Like, I can do, with crits, 1 million damage without thinking about it, literally. So, like, yeah, skill levels are fucking important, guys. The second thing is, you talked about how, like, you might think that people might get on you kind of because, like, oh, woe is you, you have multiple SSRs. I've noticed that, like, especially, like, on the subreddit, that is, like, a really touchy thing for people, and it's dumb. Getting more SSRs is not necessarily good if you can't use them. Like, yeah. I got tore into in Saber Wars because I was like, yeah, I rolled 2 SSR Sabers, like, back-to-back, so I haven't had time to, like, level them out, and they're not particularly important for this event, and people were like, oh, boo-hoo, woe is you, you rolled 2 SSRs that you wanted. I'm like, yeah, but I can't fucking use them, they're useless in this event. I would have been better if I was rolling on the fucking story gacha for SRs. Or if I happened to like MHX and wanted to spend a lot of quartz on her instead of just a couple tickets and get nothing. But yeah, no, like, SSRs are usually good. I mean, we can talk about tier lists and stuff all day for Artoria. But you need to be able to actualize them. You need to be able to utilize them properly. And guess what? Not everybody is good at that. Like, I'm actually really excited I got Rama on a ticket because, yeah, okay, I've got 2 5-star sabers. Both of them are Buster Sweepers. Like, Altera gets a little bit into crits when she gets her skill upgrade, but both of them are AoE Buster NPs, like, both Altera and Mordred. Guess what? They do similar things. Now in, like, a Saber Wars or whatever, or, like, if I'm farming a Lancer node, that's pretty good, but the fact that Rama does single target Buster damage with bonus damage, that's an entirely different role and kit. Right? Like, that's a completely different thing. It's not necessarily tied to his rarity. Everybody always talks about how useful regular Ku is because he's a cockroach, right? Like, you know, and I haven't necessarily used him because he's for damage purposes, he's a single target quick servant, so that's goodish, but not super goodish. Like, I think his more merit is that he can survive to do that a couple times. That's generally not how I've played, though. If I'm stalling, I'm using John Alter to make everybody fucking invincible. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no, like, geez, I think there is a lot of, like, I guess it's, like, envy or jealousy, you know,
well, that's human nature,
about,
I think. A
little bit, yeah, but, like, it is not necessarily a good way to think about the game from a gameplay perspective. Like, okay, oh, gee, Lucky's covered in waifus, and you're not. That's, you know, okay, sure, I feel about that sometimes. That's why I still take my opportunities to needle him when I have the one-up-ship opportunity, because, well, guess what? I mean, at the end of the day, he's the guy who's just rolling off about, oh, I rolled, like, 5 Frans, but I didn't get the SSR I wanted. One, you know, that's terrible for me, and that's, like, looks at no Frans. But at the same time, like, don't hate on people for rolling SSRs, right? Like, a lot of them have very specific uses, okay?
Not to mention, you still need the time to level them up and take 90, and that's time away from
takes a lot of XP, it takes a lot of mats, it takes a lot of fucking quartz points.
Yeah, and, you know, if you do that, you end up, you know, kind of skipping yourself on some maybe, like, better servants that you didn't really think about, and it ends up costing you an event, so haters gonna hate, like, goddamn.
So, yeah, no, like, don't pick on people because RNG has blessed them more than you in a specific way, because, like we said, you can really learn a lot about this game mechanically by not relying on high rarities, and just...
Yeah, really.
You need to invest a lot of effort into those 5 stars to have them be good, and they're not always good. Like, Altera, Jean, Mordred, all of them are fucking useless for this event. It's only my most recent 5 stars, Jean Alter and Jack, who were useful to me, and, guess what? Jean Alter was only super buffed because she was important for her own event, and obviously I liked her, but like that. I needed this event's XPs, the Universal Embers, to get Jack to level 90, to be like, okay, now, and then I get the extra copy, Wandering Tales on her, now she can actually do relevant damage to, like, the 3 BP or whatever. And even then, I'm not reliably doing it. It's just, yeah. And Voice is complaining like he rolled a Saber Shiki, but has not yet put the time in to level her, because she's got kind of a weird niche.
Like, again, here comes me, my goddamn humble brag, but as I said, I got Arjuna, Vlad, and Shuten still at level 1 right now.
Well, that's bad about Shuten.
I've been trying so hard to work.
Not that you would have been able to do it, because you've just said you've had trouble with Bones because of Jack. Guess what?
Yeah.
Bones are in this event at all because they're a Shuten mat. So, you're fucked, buddy. I also think Bones are a Vlad mat.
Yeah, I'm just literally fucked. Like, because Arjuna's a bonus servant coming up from Journey to the West, so I'm like, god damn it.
And he also has some moves because he does some stuff.
Yeah, and he does some stuff. So basically, when I can get that, so when the new month rolls around and I can get those 100 mats for,
Have you already used all the EXPs from the store?
Yeah, I have.
Even the silver ones?
Yeah. I used all the silver ones to get Ku up to 70.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair play.
And I used all the gold ones getting Jack up, and then I was like, Bones! I was like, fuck!
Now, luckily, Bones are a pretty cheap farm. That's like, you just pick a node in Fuyuki. But still, just playing free quests for mats fucking sucks.
It really does.
As everybody who's ever tried to get shoes knows.
I have a really short attention span, so unless I'm like... The way I've been doing it recently is... I have to be playing something else while playing Girls Frontline, or watching something else. I mean, while playing FGO, like Girls Frontline, or I have to be watching anime or something. For me, because, like, I can do, like, I've gotten down my three-turn strategy for farming hands easy, but anything else, where I actually have to maybe think a little bit, it's just like, I can't do it. I have to be distracted by something, and usually more times than not, I get just more distracted by what I'm doing, and FGO kind of falls by the wayside. And I'm like, shit! There's a lot of swearing in my room going. I'm gonna drink more.
Drink up. And you should especially drink up, because I think now is an opportune moment to move into what the title of our show is, as we enter minute 50. But that's okay, I expected this won't be longer. Because we gotta do Journey to the West pregame, which means you're not gonna talk a lot, other than to probably hiss a lot at some of these requirements.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about Journey to the West. Alright. So the short version is, Journey to the West is kind of a pain in the ass to describe and to run. It's like some earlier events, but like not. So a bit like Moon Festival, to unlock more story quests, you will need to obtain and spend talismans, which are gathered through the normal free quests and bonus daily quests. Completed story quests will unlock higher levels of free quest. The usual back and forth mechanic. Talisman drops are increased by the 3 Great Heroes CE. To get 3 Great Heroes, you need to work your way through some of the quests, or get lucky with drops, as always, and buy 4 copies from the store. Here's where things start to go off the rails a little bit. There are 4 store currencies: Lotus Flowers, Golden Pills, Divine Peaches, and Meat Buns. To get all 4 copies of 3 Gate Heroes, you will need 600 pills, 300 peaches, and 300 meat buns. Have fun, guys. And oh yes, we're not even into what Lotus Flowers are for yet. You'll also get your usual EXPs, foes, several types of skill gems, popular and or rare mats like bones, hearts, shoes, crystals, plumes, etc. So, hey, guess what, Lucky? Here's your chance to redeem yourself. Farm some fucking bones, boy.
Yeah!
But the fun doesn't stop there. Halfway through the event, if you've cleared the final story, the challenge quests will begin. So, challenge quests require you to gather and spend Dragon Balls. Really, the Orbs of Deeds, but come on. It's fucking Journey to the West to Dragon Balls. Which will begin dropping from the higher level free and daily quests. Orbs have an improved chance of extra drops, not straight up plus drops as far as I can tell, but just an improved chance to double, a bit like Christmas, you know, with the extra stockings. Which this is improved via the Divine Princess of the Storm CE, which is from the Lotus store. To get 4 copies, you will need 1,200 Lotuses. To get that 5th copy, you better get lucky. It is literally only in drops, as far as I can tell. So, yeah. Great fun. Now, luckily, completing all the challenge quests will unlock copies of Ox Demon King, which improves your
I'm playing this
drops.
event solely so I can get Ox Demon King.
That's probably worth
that
it.
That is a great art.
It's got a great art, and guess what? It's useful because apparently it procs from your backline.
Yeah. And that art is muy good Civ. Much prosperity.
It's a great art. But yeah, so you will get all 5 copies, which improves your Lotus drops slightly. By the way, way more in the rerun, so pray for quality of life updates. Probably not, but hope. Like, seriously, I think it goes from, like, +1 to, like, +4 in the rerun.
We can pray.
We can pray.
Buddha!
But this will give you all 5 copies doing the challenge quests. And the final challenge quest is a non-repeatable one, which is the Crystallite. Now, naturally, for this event, there are CE and Servant bonuses. Sanzo and the SSR from the gacha Go West will improve Golden Pill drops by 1. Li Shua and the True Samadhi Fire SRCE improve Peach drops by 1. I'm hoping for some Samadhi Fire because that's got Mordred in it. And Fire. I love both those things. That improves Peach drops by 1. David, Lubu, and the Rare CE, all 3 forms, also a good Civ tier CE. Increases Meat Bun drops by 1. And here's a long list. Lancer Altar, Nightingale, Mordred, Arjuna, Karna, Stheno, Eurale, and Medusa all increase Lotus drops by +1 as well. So there's a lot of Lotus drops, which is good because you need a lot of fucking Lotuses. So basically a lot of recommendations I'm seeing is you want to build different teams focused on different drops as needed. So like, you should build a team ready to farm a shitload of, I think, meat buns are the lowest rarity. So you want to build like a meat bun team and just gather up enough meat buns to buy your first copy of the Hero CE with that, and then you stick that on there, and then you're like, okay, now I'm going to build my talisman farming team, etc.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about me because I actually renamed my event. I have my main, I have my Ember farming team. I have an event team. Now I'm going to have a meat bun team, and that just sounds fucking hilarious to me. Go Team Meat Bun.
Yes. Voices quoted me. Build yourself a meat bun team. But that's literally the recommendation I've seen is like, build your teams in order. You want to do like meat buns first because they're lower rarity, and then you move on to maybe peaches and pills, etc. Pills will be hard because if you want them, and then later you'll build a team to farm lotuses, to farm Dragon Balls, orbs, talismans, etc., and kind of like alternate between those as you go through the steps. Because there's a lot of fucking steps for this, as you can tell from how many indents there are in our show outline.
There is a lot.
Because it's like, okay, you need talismans to do this, but to get talismans you need that, and to do that you need another drop. Like, I had this conversation with Byrne earlier when I was writing these notes. It's like somebody programming this event, I should say, at Delightworks had like a complexity addiction or something. Because it is so many hoops. What the fuck? Oh my god. It's just... I had to parse this to write these notes, and I'm not even sure I got it right. I'm pretty sure it's correct. But, Jesus fuck.
Well, as always, we're going to get into the thick of it, and we'll figure it out as we...
Yes, now, luckily, my final bullet point, the actual quests involved in this are nothing compared to doing Rashomon runs. Not even the final challenge quests will break the total HP to finish even the 1 BP Ibaraki, that is 300k plus hands. So, if you can get your team comp, or you have enough high-leveled servants who are useful in the event, it should be a fucking breeze by this point. Now, as usual, the higher levels do, in fact, take large amounts of AP. We're talking multiple 40 AP quests. So, get ready to drop some apples if you want to round out this event. But otherwise, yeah, go nuts. Like, I don't see any notes about, like, bullshit, like, debuffs or anything. So, in general, it just seems like it's just it's a grind fest. You gotta run a lot of quests over and over again and get really good at it.
Get good, son.
So, lucky you better muscle up to get those bones. And also because you have to beat the story, which means you have to unlock all the free quests and talismans and cheat to get your ox drops. Also, I gotta be... Only some of the CEs actually look good from, like, a mechanical perspective. 3 Great Heroes seems pretty good, because it's, like, a mix of NP gain, NP strength, and I think it's crit stars per turn. And we've talked about how the Ox Demon King is actually pretty good because it's at the start of battle, if the CE is in your team at all, you get 3 turns of like Buster up, which is pretty good because Buster is very important to the metagame. stuff like that.
Boom.
But others are not great looking. And yeah, we'll talk more about Sanzo's merits in our wanted video and later. Also, I think we're probably going to do a so you didn't roll that 5-star about Li Shiwen, because it's a good opportunity to next time. Because this is his first raid up, even though he's been in the game since America. I think he's a single target Lancer, so that's not terrible for me if I have. Because the only gold Lancer I have is Liz. We're good at clearing hands, but not much else.
To be honest.
Also, he's an arts AoE Lancer, so I mean, mechanically, Fion's real Garbo. He's real Garbo
because he literally kept me from 2 Brunhild, from two Brens, so fuck him.
Yeah, but no, he's real bad.
The guy at the bar.
Anyway, let's see. That only did take about 10 minutes, so that's actually pretty good that we got all that.
Nice.
Hopefully that's all your Journey to the West needs. Now, because the month is almost over, let's do this, my favorite segment. Let's look into the next month with Near Future Observation Lens Shiba. That's in quotes, by the way. This is
June
the
edition.
June 2018 edition.
Yay.
So obviously, Journey to the West will be continuing into June, and it'll take up about half the month, which is about as far ahead as we are in Japan, from the Japanese version, I should say. We're running at about a solid 2+ weeks, like 2 weeks and a couple days ahead of the Japan schedule at this point in time. And immediately after, so depending on how the dates and times shake out, it'll be 6/13 or 6/14. We'll go into what in Japan was 6 million downloads. It's obviously not going to be 6 million downloads for us because we barely hit 2 last time we did one of these. But it'll be what was the 6 million. So this will include some goodies, a Skahawk banner. So hey, if you missed out on it the first time, she's coming back. There will be new CEs in the Quartz Gacha, some of which are cool. There'll be maybe some quality of life updates. You should get half AP on free quests. And the DaVinci Shop CE should switch to personal lessons. So if you are actually getting personal training, now's the time to get your copies. The 6 million campaign should also coincide with Rank Up Quest 3. I'm very excited about that. There's some primo names in 3. Both will run for about a week, so until 6/10, basically. After that should be a week's worth of half AP Embers, at least if we follow the Japanese schedule. So from about 6/20 to 6/27. And here's the real kicker. So normally, if we were on the Japan schedule, Onigaishima would start right then after that week of half AP Embers and run for 2 weeks. But our first year anniversary is the 28th, which means that if they did a half AP Embers to lead up, it would perfectly sync up with the actual anniversary as the start of a week. And that would sync up with what is called the FGO Summer Festival. That runs for 10 days, or did in Japan. This will include the DaVinci Trial Quest and banner, a commemorative CE, and many other goodies you get for logging in. The usual rolling story banners, so, if you're looking for your chance to roll some of the story locks you didn't, it'll be there. I will hopefully have tickets to throw at Lancer Altar for nothing again, and probably roll another fucking Tesla. And also, this should include Rank Up Quests 4, so hopefully they still do that, and we can get 2 sets of Rank Up Quests in the same month. That would be great. Because, god damn, those rank ups are good. Like, we've talked about how they're kind of boring and dull to do, and they're kind of a pain in the ass because you gotta get to your max ascension, not even, 3rd when most people get their 3rd skill. But, god damn, most of them are so useful. And that's basically our predictions. Lucky, you have thoughts?
Jin's gonna be packed. Just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's gonna be packed. Wallets are gonna be crying. Tears of blood will be shed. But I'm glad that we're keeping busy. I know some people kind of get a little... I remember I made this joke a long time ago, but the event train just does not stop.
I gotta be honest, our event train doesn't stop, but it becomes more closely resembling the state of being stopped as compared to, the Korean server, which is, super fast-paced and is running multiple limited banners on top of each other.
Our event train, makes stops at stations. No, Korean just, there are no stops at station. Everyone is just along for this ride.
So actually, that's kind of a good point. But I'll let you finish your thought first, if you.
As a Journey to the West is I'm hoping, as It's gonna be good. But I'm also a little more concerned about what's gonna be happening in Manor, because immediately, like, in July, we're gonna be having probably Camelot and
Onigashima.
the summer event.
No, well, because there's 2 weeks of Onigashima, which will probably be hopefully because they're running like limited banners and the lucky bag and the rolling story, they're not going to try and make Onigashima also happen at the same time as the anniversary. So that'll be 2 weeks of free time, 2 weeks of that. But that's Raikou, and then Camelot will be in their summer, and then I think it won't be until closer to August that we actually get the summer event.
We'll see.
But we'll see how the timing shakes out. Guess what? That's for the July edition of Near Future Observation Lens.
That's true. But
we'll figure that out in the future, which involves
there have been some like
feverishly looking at events list and trying to look at calendars and figure out how the fuck that math works.
But Albert, our good old hamster, has told people not to worry about the paid gotcha. So I'm hoping that they're gonna put in everybody, unlike they did with
Thanksgiving.
The Thanksgiving one, where they took out who did they take out? They took out
Mordred
Jack
and because they weren't out.
Yeah, Jack and Mordred. Those are the two.
Because they were going to be permanently introduced in London.
Yeah. But I'm definitely going to be like throwing money for the paid.
Yeah.
The only problem is now that I got Jack and Shuten and Vlad and Arjuna, I don't know which side I'm going to pick.
I have at the moment anyway. I have 1 gold in the cavalry half, which is Jack, and then hopefully I'll get Sanzo. But if I don't, then she'll also be in that pool. So that's definite for me because there's some riders in there I don't have I could use. Lots of other stuff, and Jean, Mordred, and Altera are all in the Knights half. I'm not sure I can risk that dice roll just to try and get Karna, maybe. I could get Arjuna or something.
Yeah, so I have to sit down and consider, like, which one is going to give me one that I don't actually have.
Yeah, well, don't worry. Hopefully they'll give us enough warning, but we will probably have an entire free talk topic about what's in the paid banner and how that works again. As a reminder, because remember, the paid banner only works with paid quartz, which means you can't just buy the pack that gives you 30 quartz. Heck, you have to make small, efficient payments to get enough paid quartz. Or you could just buy a shitload of paid quartz at once. Even though you can only roll once. Maths. But we'll cover all that in the right time. So what I wanted to say was, speaking of the event train, I know there have been a lot of rumblings about the events and how they've been handled, I think, and I want to briefly touch on it, kind of an unscripted segment. Lucky you can give me your unscripted thoughts. But there's been like a couple of big topics on the subreddit and stuff, and I've seen that bleed over into our Discord, so there have been some comparisons to the other servers and like how many days they've been up and how far along they are versus like how many rewards they got and whatnot. I think there's some key contextual clues that aren't being talked about all the time, or at least they aren't being like upvoted, because guess what? People being reasonable rarely gets upvoted. People having reasonable points, who fucking knows? It's unheard of. So basically, I think the crux of the situation is for the Taiwanese, Chinese, and Korean servers. Those are all basically licensed to another game company who is running those servers. That means they make the code adjustments, they set up the events, they do the whole shebang. And technically, we are licensed by Aniplex of North America, but that's only to do the localization. All the actual nuts and bolts, all the guts work, is still being done by Delightworks back in Japan. This means that if Aniplex wants to do something, they have to pick up the red phone, as we like to say, and call Japan and be like, hey, can you put out more quartz for this? And for, like, updates and stuff, that means that Delightworks isn't necessarily working with their own unique fork of the code, right? Like, they're working with trying to, like, reverse engineer our English version of the game from their constantly updating Japanese version, which they are still working on, which I think is a very important point. That means that that is kind of bad that they're splitting the time with us, and you'd figure that since they're, like, the most profitable game of Sony ever or something, like, they could maybe hire some more dudes. But at the same time, hey, guess what? If we are at such a small server pop compared to some of those people in the server engagement, they might not feel like it's important enough to actually do that yet, right? Though I don't want to say that, like, no, you shouldn't, rattle sabers or wave your hands or whatever. It's very important that gets stuff out there. Some people have made a very important point that you can actually, in-app, write, like, you can use, like, contact us about, and actually send stuff directly to the game. So that's important, I think, to try that, and to also raise... Because, yeah, okay, if, like, Albert or whoever can say, hey, here's this Reddit thread that has, like, 1,000 posters and shitloads of upvotes complaining about some of these comparisons, hey, maybe you should do something about that. So by all means, let your voice be heard. But I think that some complaints are a little off base. Like supposedly, Japan has gotten more apples and quartz overall than us. Some of that is because our version is more stable than Japan's. We've had a lot less points where the server has flat out crashed. There's been not a lot of needs for emergency maintenance, so we don't give out a lot of Apologems or apples. Some of that is because they are, I think, slacking a little. They're the Facebook campaigns, which are very, very low-balled. It's only like 3 quartz ever. As opposed to lots of events in Japan we've talked about give you a lead-up with like 10 quartz. And some of that has been time is advanced. Like, as time has gone on and the game has gotten more stable, Japan has switched to the more regular 10 quartz. But there have been a couple points, like I think we missed out on a couple of extra quartz in like the Zero Order pre-campaign. That kind of stuff. So that, I think, is something that can be improved.
Yeah.
Facebook is catching a lot of shit for a lot of reasons lately, so if we could put less emphasis on Facebook as a platform for our quartz goodies, that'd be great. Like, I'm sure there's some marketing guru in Aniplex who's like, Facebook is still super popular and their stock's through the roof, so we should do more stuff on Facebook to drive up Facebook, but, like, Like, just do Twitter. Japan does Twitter rewards. Put that focus on there. By the way, Japan has Twitter reward campaign milestone things. I'm trying to speak too hard there.
Yeah, I feel like Twitter is a much bigger thing in
Japan. You should. I mean, I know that means their character limit is short, so writing like big announcements is hard. But you can like just link. You can link tweets in a sequence, and they'll show up. Like, you can make a tweet thread basically, and you can link for free to an outside website. So you could just link to the English FGO website and just do your little announcements. You do them anyway. It's just you redirect the campaign and the video insert to Facebook. Just do it on Twitter. That'd be more efficient. And I would love to do that if they did that more. But the other important thing is, we're about to come up on the first anniversary. Hey, Lucky, do you know when Japan switched over from being 4/40 quartz for a poll?
When?
Their first anniversary. So hey, guess what? Literally every time you have done a 10 poll in English FGO, you have saved 10 quartz versus the Japanese version. That is a poll that would have required 10 more quartz in the Japanese server. So, I mean, I know it's not literal. That's always weird sometimes to be like, oh, you technically saved quartz by spending quartz. But it's important to think about, because that's 10 extra quartz you didn't have to have yet. Now, obviously, as we roll into the next year, that will become less effective, because then Japan will be doing the thing. But hopefully we will move towards more stuff faster. Like, theoretically, we could get extra quartz fragments per week sooner. We could get the bump to bonus quartz when you buy quartz sooner.
The way I like to think of it is, like right now, like, for us buying, getting 4 10 rolls, Japan could only do 3.
Right, that's another good point.
It's like, it's math, people. It's like, yeah, maybe we're not getting... And here's the other thing. Because of all that emergency maintenance, that was downtime. People could not play the game. People were, losing out on AP and time and stuff.
Some people are like, oh, a half AP event is downtime, or, oh, the Dante's event is secretly downtime. It's a dead week because you can only do the quest once a day. No, downtime is when fucking nothing is happening, especially if your game is not up and not running. Yeah.
You can't farm shit. You can't gather shit.
We like to talk about Girls Frontline. Hey, you want to know what downtime is? Downtime is when they were still in open beta and you literally couldn't log in for 8 hours because they had a server bug. And their website was down. That's fucking downtime, okay? So, we should not be ungrateful that, relatively speaking, our launch has not been very bumpy. yes, I think that we need more production value, and I don't know if Aniplex can do that right off the bat. Like, yeah, we've talked on the show, we've been critical. The Facebook campaigns are kind of butts. The streams that Aniplex does,
I quit
they try
Facebook,
hard,
so...
but they
let's not
don't
even get
have
into the
good
streams.
production value about their streams, right? Like, they just don't.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just because they don't have the space, like maybe they don't have the clout to line up guests.
That's why I say they should just have us come out and do their streams. It'd be great.
We could do that. One of our listeners literally said earlier this day that they think we do a higher production value show, which I think is shocking. They think that, but okay. You're entitled to your
we
opinion.
literally
Make
talk
sure
about
we're
an
good
hour.
about ourselves.
We tangent for an hour. We make a bunch of jokes. We laugh. We engage the audience. And we usually talk about things that they want to hear about.
True. That is not necessarily something a corporate environment could pull off.
Yeah.
Guy, can you imagine
so,
if we had to go safe for work? I had to edit in so many censor beeps. But no,
the only reason I swear is because I don't have to censor myself.
Right.
Because, this is our production. I can drop as many fuck bombs as I want. Yeah. If I had to actually go do a professional thing, yeah, I tone it back.
And also, technically, we're not monetized in the first place, so you don't even have to worry about being demonetized or age-gated.
Exactly.
It means nothing. We're
so,
supported by patrons like you.
Once we do have to start doing something where we have to start watching ourselves, yeah, I'll do it. But right now,
I could probably do that. I have small nieces and nephews, so I'm pretty good at self-censoring.
Yeah, I can self-censor if I feel like it. I don't feel like it. Fuck that. Fuck this. I'm gonna drink more alcohol.
Wake the fuck up, senpai. That's a literal segment on our show. And honestly, there are big YouTube channels that get away with swearing all the time, so... The game's rated T for teen, at least. And maybe all these F-bombs are not teen-rated,
Teens are dropping fuck bombs, so, whatever.
I gotta be honest, I don't really get the moral panic about swear words, but that's just me.
I don't either.
Words are just words, bro.
Words.
But yeah, so,
Sticks and stones might break
as you can
bones.
tell, we at Let's Talk FGO are slightly ambivalent to the issue. I totally see where people are coming from, and yes, you should say something if that's your feeling to get stuff changed. But at the same time, a lot of the good stuff we have going for us on the English server is stuff you just don't even think about. You don't even notice.
I'm going to interrupt you real quick here, Omega. You have to remember, FGO is not just a game, it is also a business.
Right.
And business needs to make money. So sometimes their decisions also hinge on the fact, it's if we give them too much free quartz, they will not have the incentive to buy quartz. If they are not buying quartz, we cannot push forward in the game. Because everything is a loss and profit margin.
Hell,
really
that's
is.
Even a practically thing. Guess what? If they don't make money, they can't pay guys to do the coding for us to make our game work. But also, that's a very important point. Guess what? In the US and in Europe, because there's not even a European version of this game, and there might not be because there's a lot of hoopla in Europe right now about loot boxes and gambling and stuff. They might... I don't think capsule machines are gambling, and a gacha is literally just a virtual capsule machine. That's what it's named for. But
I think gambling is more of the fact of if you spend money to make money.
Right. Now you can argue because you can trade and sell accounts, there's a real money value, but it's all statistics. Theoretically, you could spend hours feeding quarters into a capsule machine to get the one prize you want. Nobody does that because that's real stupid. But you could. FGO is the same way. It's all a virtual toy, basically. But anyway, we have a very different belief on microtransactions in, mainstream games, like PC and consoles, which extends to mobile games because our oeuvre, our culture, our zeitgeist, if you will, about mobile games is different. We have a very different... as you can see from the fact that despite the fact that our global population is way higher, our server population is way lower than Japan. But in Asian countries, they're a lot more on about doing this mobile game stuff. They're more willing to drop money on it. They're more willing to be engaged by it. It's a bigger deal over there. To us, sure, okay. I think one of the things is Taiwan's doing a really big thing for their 1-year anniversary. Well, for starters, Taiwan has to compete with another server. Mm-hmm. They have to compete with the Chinese server without even people who can play JP. But also, I'm sure they have a higher investment rate than we do. I don't know what their downloads are like, but after 1 year, I bet it's higher than our 2 million reported. Mm-hmm. FGO is at only 2 million downloads, or probably closer to 3 million will be what they say for this Hawk event. And it has been a top-selling app before. It's been, like, top 5. And yet our population is really low. So, like, no, there's a different cultural difference. Korea can afford to cram all these events to one on top of each other and probably give out more free quartz because people are spending more quartz in. Here, you do that, you're going to kill this game if you try to do that. Like, if this game started running multiple limited banners back-to-back, everybody would just get frustrated. They'd be like, fuck, I can't do anything. I can't get anything out of this game. I'm done. I'm not gonna spend my hard-earned money on this. I need to buy a house or a car or some dumb thing that we think is... So, yeah, no, it's a... Context, as always, is key. And, oh, by the way, the chat has been going crazy about rolling for Maeve the entire time, which is one of the reasons why I'm gonna roll Cavalry. Yeah,
it is, like I don't mean to, like I said my bit on, like, you know, things as a business, but it's true. Like, the more I think about it, I really do want Maeve. It's all like, she's a thought, but, you know, she's a precious thought.
She's adorable in her own way.
Yeah.
I can accept that. Listen, everybody's adorable. Camper was talking shit about M4 Sop Mod a little bit, and I'm like, no. She's also adorable. Never mind that she laughs as she murders the enemy T-dolls. She's adorable and red. Maeve is adorable.
I honestly,
and
like...
fluffy.
Do we have time to talk about... Like, Girls Frontline is good civilization. If you guys haven't started playing it, play it. It's good.
Guess what? If we did we actually say we want to do a slice of life show? Maybe I think we didn't say that on air, but we're thinking about kind of changing the way we handle Anime Power Hour. We'll get in more to that when we actually record Anime Power Hour, whenever the fuck that is.
Normac is like, what the fuck? We have gotten some of our people like really into Girls Frontline.
I universally blame Lucky every time. He hooked me. I think he's hooked literally everyone who's playing it. But yeah, expect if we do like a weekly, like, just us shooting the shit podcast, expect a lot of Girls Frontline in that. Because guess what? We talk about FGO for like over an hour every week in this show. So we'll fill in the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's agreeing with us about Girls Frontline. Except Voice, who is probably like, no, God, I don't want... And we're like,
I'm gonna get Voice to play. I'm gonna like, I got his Discord details. I'm gonna start sending him a picture. Like, hey, check out this cute girl.
Is it already too... I think he's missed the window to get free bunny costume and Bar-chan.
Yeah.
Sadly.
And Voice is like, no. Like, not even just long, just N-O period. I think I have a shot. I think I have a chance.
But yeah, so that's just another thing. Like, Maeve's good. She's good. We can skip the whips maybe, but save that for other people. That's not my business. But you know, she much floof. Floof is good. Good floofs. All right, so this has been an hour and 20-minute show. I think we should probably get close to ending it.
All right.
Let's see. Do we want to do CE Spotlight this week, or do you think I should leave it?
Just leave it. We're already over.
All right. So I will tell everyone that I look forward to this in the future. Halloween Princess won the poll by a landslide, so we'll talk about Halloween Princess next time. And I've already got lined up what the next poll will be. Let's get Meme of the Week done really quick. So, for my Meme of the Week, I made a dumb joke about milk I liked. It's in the Discord. It is probably the bed image for this video. But it involves comparing certain body types vis-a-vis whether you drink alcohol or milk. And I got a dumb thought about it, so I made it. So that's pretty much what I've been doing, but otherwise memes have been pretty silent this week. I did get to drop Is That a FAMAS on Lucky, because he tweeted about rolling a FAMAS in Girls Frontline. I'm like, I can't not. I gotta do it. I don't care that Lucky said that he's like, I want to back away from social media for a while. I need to be by myself. I'm like, but the memes, Mason.
I get depressed. Like, I'm bipolar. There's just sometimes where, like, I just have to not be in society for a while and lay in my bed and think about all the shit that's happened in my life.
Yeah, I'm probably not that bad, but I definitely have some anxiety in my life. I get that feel sometimes where you just like, boy, howdy, life's really stressful. I just want to I just want to curl up under my blankets and watch YouTube videos or something and play with my mobile gacha games and not deal with life shit.
My meme of the week, because I want to point this out because I think it's hilarious. I torture Camper so much with pictures that he screams uncontrollably that I had to give him a special role. He now has the role Victim in our Discord. If you click over his name, you'll see it. Like, I will literally give someone a special role just because I see fit for it, and Mega's just like, God damn it. Like,
yeah, because occasionally I check the audit log and I'm like, oh, God damn it, Lucky. Well, let's read them out. So we've got our quote unquote rarity system. We've got a leveling system on our server. If you post a lot on Discord, you can get levels and get a cool title for it. We also have patron key titles.
Let me see.
So wait, hold on. Let me read this out because I'm looking at the list, and you just chuckle yourself. So we have the role Senpai, Witch of Miracles, which I think is literally just for burn. We have the
I'm giving burns like a.
Which, by the way, is me. I'm Sundar. I'm also a person of culture. We have the hardcore, in all caps, role, and the victim role. And Lucky will just randomly assign these to...
No. There is a system for this. I'm just not telling anyone what that system is.
Well, that's what I mean. That he will just pick people, and he will figure out why he's assigning to them, and just go whole hog. I have given out a couple of your roles, but I think that's mostly to people we know.
Like, I'll tell you, like, right now, like, the senpai role is basically for anyone who basically makes good contributions into explaining a system or situation to other people in the Discord. If you take an upper, like, you know, a role of someone, you know, who teaches below. I was thinking sensei, but I think that was, like, too much considering everybody. So
also,
senpai,
you don't say that.
Yeah.
We make joke about senpai, because that's a fucking meme.
Yeah, tsundere, to get the tsundere role, you have to naturally say something in a tsundere manner. Like, Jubei got it because literally one time it was just like, it's not like I this guy's for you, but here it is. Like, just completely natural. I'm all like, done, you get this now. It is now forever on you.
That said, by the way,
so
I have assigned to Ron, Senpai, and Tsundere, because it's fucking Ron.
But so, like, no, there is a reason why everyone gets a role when I give it. So that's like one of those little hidden things in the game. If I see you do something that completes one of those objectives, you will get that role.
Oh, and
Burn gets them a lot because Burn is fucking Burn
like,
senpai.
I'm Mode Red, you're Prophet of Mekon. We have a generic mod role, which we're not using, because we don't really need extra mods. There's a special role called Support, which I've used for, like, quote-unquote friends of the show. Like, that's the role Voice has, so he can access our recording channel normally and actually record with us. And stuff like that. We also have our new robot overlord, so you can keep track of our bots. Yeah, so that's definitely our memes. We got a quick merch feature, and just to let everybody know, so the Astafo design Lucky made is now available on indoor pillows and phone cases, because I realized I could do this. And I heard from somebody else who sells Teespring merch that apparently their indoor pillow designs were really bestsellers, so I was like, well, we have one picture design. I can see about putting it on a pillow. And so you can get Lucky's design. He did the tracing and the arting and stuff to make it a thing, which is Astafo. That's how you pronounce trap, and it's a little Astafo silhouette. And you can get it on an indoor pillow in a couple of pastel colors, and you can also get it on an iPhone case. And I think everything's
like I haven't locked myself in the art dungeon recently. I have a couple images of Skahawk I'm working on right now. I don't know if they'll be T-shirt worthy, but I just want, because I actually asked in Discord, hey, what do you want me to draw? Like Skahawk. I was like, I'm down to clown with this.
Hey, maybe we can put it on other stuff, because guess what? We can also do flags, towels, wall prints, wall art.
Oh, that's cool.
We can do a lot of stuff. It's just we don't necessarily invest in that resource because we don't get a lot of response out of our merch. But we're constantly improving it. So keep an eye out for that. And also remember, our other latest shirt is SWAT, Special Waifus and Tactics. Very relevant to the show.
I do want to put a special graphic on that. I think I'm going to steal the girl's Frontline original graphic and put it on. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
I said we haven't got hit with any copyrights from the Astafel silhouette, so I'm gonna keep pushing my luck.
Also, like
I really like that silhouette.
Yeah. Also, especially if we're gonna retool Anime Power Hour, the Spring Power Hour shirt is probably gonna go away forever. So
yeah,
consider it. And I think we got a lot of good dumb jokes that are plot relevant. You can get some mugs. Mugs are fun. And then basically to round this out, next time on Let's Talk FGO. Well, first of all, I will not next time on FGO, but I will have that wanted video for Sunzo out next week. We'll probably do so you didn't roll that 5-star. Go ahead and give us your feedback on that below, on your thoughts on that. Like if you want a Lishu in focus, you want us to talk about him a little bit, go ahead and throw that out there. And also, obviously, we will probably have, because that'll be Thursday, I think, when it drops, we will have Journey to the West First Impressions, which will probably be Omega didn't roll a caster, maybe, and also, oh my god, the farming. Also, I guess if you're listening to this episode, go and drop in the. I got a couple. I don't got a lot of 10 rolls saved out, but I got a couple. Let me know if you want me to stream them, maybe, because that's fun. But otherwise, I'll probably just record them. So keep an eye out.
Again, look, he has a shite phone, so he can't record shit on it. I tried like several mini things, but goddamn. Apparently, you can't play FGO if you have the developer mode turned on, or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Which a lot of mobile recording, like screen mirror applications, have you do.
And your phone is too crappy to run the default like YouTube gaming app, which says something because the default YouTube gaming app is kind of cruddy, as people have pointed out to me. But I'm like, hey, it fucking works seamlessly. USB
debugging. Thank you, Jube.
The end for me, the creator, to run YouTube gaming to record video is fucking seamless. So until we get maybe some more budget in and figure out some stuff, like maybe if I get a better computer that can run mirroring software, that's how it's going to be.
Incoming shelling.
God, you did. If you telegraph it, it's too bad. But I was totally going to start off Ultra and say, hey, you know.
See?
Or maybe buy some of the shirts and stuff we talked about. Lucky you can buy a new phone. Even though you said months ago you were going to do that with your tax returns. I think your tax returns turned into Tamo and Jolter.
Yeah, it did. Oh, and Sakuricon.
Also that, yeah. Which was good. That's a really fucking popular. I think that's our number 3 episode.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, no. Our top 10 or top 5 episodes of Let's Talk FGO are constantly shifting. 2 of the ones with voice are up there, obviously, as we talked about earlier. But I think the Sakuricon/Jolter Salt one is number 3. And the one we did, which was the Rashmon pregame, and talk about Golden and stuff, that one is like number 4 now.
Golden.
It shot way up there.
We haven't said Golden enough this episode.
You know, this episode was not Golden. This episode was drunken. And possibly small. But that, ladies and gentlemen, I think is the end of our show. This has been Let's Talk FGO. As always, if you like this video, give it a like. It really helps the channel out, keeps those algorithms pumping. If you have any comments on this episode, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. Possibly, leave your comments if you listen to this live and liked it also. And of course, if you want to join in on the Listen Live, obviously, from now on, you're going to have to back us on Patreon unless I do special events like this again. But you can join our Discord to get in on that and also get in on all our discussion, all our lovely, lovely people there. Great community. That link is in the description down below. And of course, if you are new here and have not already, please subscribe. That's the great way to keep track of our videos. And don't forget to hit the bell for notifications to make absolutely sure you know when a video drops. You can also keep track of our videos by supporting us on Patreon. You can get access to this episode in audio-only format and downloadable early for as little as $1 a month. Almost literally pennies on the dollar, because we do multiple shows a month. And hopefully we're going to do more stuff.
Weekly.
Yeah. Weekly productions. For a monthly fee. It's great. Real economical. But yeah, this is usually the part of the show where I leave Lucky hanging and hope that he does something entertaining.
Well, the only entertaining I'm going to say is, everyone, I hope everyone stays golden and keeps on being crunk. Thank you, and good night.